Hi everyone, my name is Suzanne and I'm a Chinese metaphysics master in Hong Kong. Today we're going to have a look at the flying stars for the month of the Metal Dragon, the Gengchen month, and that would be the month of April. Now it's a little bit offset. It's not exactly the same month as in the Western calendar. So we're looking at the 4th of April, from 4th of April to 4th of May. So this is what we consider the Metal Dragon month. Now, for those who are completely new to flying stars or to feng shui, don't worry, this is not very complicated. It's not rocket science. All you need to do is stand in the center of your home or your office, use a compass, check where is the north, south, east, west, and then just follow the guidance that I'm giving you in this video. It's super, super simple. We are, of course, always trying to make use of the positive areas in your home while trying to either avoid the negative ones or just avoid triggering them. Because, of course, you can't just say, okay, well, in any given month, I'm only going to use half of my home or my office. That's not very practical. So it's just a matter of what not to do in a particular area. So first, as always, we look at the really, really good sectors. So the positive sectors of the Metal Dragon month, so one of them would be the Southeast here. We've got the monthly number 8, and that's what we consider sort of like the cash flow star. So this is an extremely positive area for those who are working from home, who are self-employed, maybe freelancers, contractors, because this is an energy that brings in more work. But obviously, if you're a freelancer, if you're a contractor, that's what you want. Yeah, more work, more money. So this is a very, very good sector. It's also great if you want to make a budget for the year or for the month, or if you have to rearrange your financial structure or your financial plan, anything to do with money, with looking at your cash flow, with financial issues. It's a great sector to do that in. Yeah, so make use of this sector. There's no downside in that sense. Then the next sector that's really good is the south sector. So we've got the number 4 here. The number 4 is considered either a peach blossom star or an academic star. So peach blossom star has to do with romance luck. So let's say you're single and you want to find a partner. You can do all the related activities in the south sector. Yeah, pick up the phone, call your potential partner, someone you're interested in, or send a message, or send a text, or an email, or whatever, or do the swiping, whatever it is. Yeah, do it in the south sector. The more time you spend there, the more likable you will become. Not to say that you're not already likable, but that just makes this even more so. What is really, really good is we have the 6 here, the annual number 6. So this forms a Luoshu combination of 10. So that usually indicates a partnership. Now, you can also use this obviously in a professional context. If you work in the South and you're a salesperson, that will make you more likable. So whatever you have to sell, people will just buy it from you. And, you make new partnerships with clients, for example. So that's a very, very good one to have. We also have a hidden He combination. So there's the number 9 that belongs to the south, and the 9 and the 4, they also form a He combination. So that's a little bit technical, but it's generally a fantastic sector for anything that has to do with partnerships, people coming together, right? Now, if you are already married, then this is also a great sector because it can help you strengthen the marriage, find new romance in the relationship. So the more time you spend there, the happier it is. And if you are not at all considered in any romantic context that the number 4 star brings, you can use this for studying. It's also the number 4 is the academic star. So you can use it if you need to focus on something, you need to concentrate, do concentrated work, or if you have children and they're like fidgety and can't really focus on their homework, put them in the south sector and it will be easier for them to study, absorb new knowledge. And of course, if you need to study for an exam, the south sector is also a great sector to do that from. Now, the next one that's really good is the southwest sector here with the number 6. This is a great sector because it helps us with our career, with career advancement, with authority. So whether you're in between careers or whether you are in a career and just want to get a step higher on the career ladder, anything to do with that can be performed in the Southwest sector. So maybe some self-improvement activities, or you're upskilling, you're learning like management skills. For example, if you're taking an online course to improve your management skills, that's great. If you want to write your CV, your resume, or maybe take a Zoom interview in this sector, that's also great. So anything to do with career advancement, that's a great sector to use in the Metal Dragon month. And then we have another really good sector here, where we have the monthly number 1. So the number 1 is what we consider a nobleman star. So that brings a lot of help. It also brings a lot of hope and vision for the future, and is just generally a very, very good sector to have if you need to reach out to other people for help and assistance, and maybe for someone to lend a helping hand. It's also good for investment. So if you want to read up on investments, learn a little bit more about investing, you can do that in the Northwest sector. Or if you are actually already an investor, you can find better investment opportunities while you are located in the Northwest sector. Reaching out to other people for help could be anything, yeah, in your personal life, your professional life, whatever. Maybe sometimes you just need a friend who listens to what you have to say and you can vent. The Northwest sector is a great sector to do that from. And again, we have a really, really fortunate combination, Khel2 combination. It's a hidden combo here because the Northwest is associated with the number 6. So there's the hidden Khel2 combination. So again, partnerships can be formed. Help is more available in the Northwest sector. So these are the really, really good sectors that we want to take advantage of. Now, the ones that are a little bit volatile, or maybe the sectors that we need to be a little bit careful of, are all the other ones, but it doesn't mean you can't use them, yeah? There's just certain activities you may not want to perform there. So let's first look at the number 7 here. So the monthly number 7 star, we also call it either the robbery star or the fire hazard star. And a lot of people then get very afraid, yeah, of getting robbed or losing money, or, there's a fire or whatever. That's just if you're taking the wrong actions. So I would say, first of all, maybe don't light any candles in the east sector. If this is your kitchen, make sure that the stove is turned off once you're not using it anymore. Yeah, then the risk of a fire hazard is greatly reduced. If you are working in the east sector, because maybe there's no other option, just make sure that you don't fall for any scams, like any email that comes to you that sounds a little bit dodgy, or, if there's some sort of proposal that promises the stars in the sky, maybe use a little bit due diligence and check whether that's actually true, because you're prone to losing money in like stupid endeavors like that. Now, it is, however, a good area for those who want to improve their speaking skills. So if you need to prepare for like a speech or a presentation, the East sector is a great sector to do that from. Also, if you want to study feng shui, Baozi astrology, or any sort of metaphysics subject matter, the East this month is a great sector. Then the next one, we're looking at the Northeast. So the number 3 is the argument star. Now we don't really like that, of course. The argument star, as the name implies, brings arguments, brings disagreements, can bring even legal disputes. So if your master bedroom is there, maybe don't pick a fight with your spouse over absolutely everything this month. Pick your fights wisely. It doesn't mean that you're going to separate or anything like this. It doesn't necessarily have to lead to divorce. Yeah, don't get overly stressed, but you may just become much more argumentative this month. Both of you, actually, if you sleep there. And that can naturally lead to, sort of like disharmony in the family. So really, really try to be a little bit more tolerant and compromising if this happens to be your master bedroom. Now, I would also say that if you work from home, or even if this is in an office context, don't have important meetings in the Northeast sector. Don't sign important agreements in the Northeast sector, because you may overlook small details in legal documents that can then snowball into something much bigger. So be a little bit careful with that. But other than that, you can obviously use the Northeast sector, that's fine. Then we've got the West sector with the number 2. So the number 2 is considered an illness star. So therefore, obviously, if you are already suffering from some sort of chronic issue, or if you are trying to recover from an illness, spending too much time in the West sector may not be the best idea. If you have a small infant or elderly people in the household, that may also not be the greatest sector to spend that much time in, because obviously they're much more susceptible to illnesses or to discomfort. Now, if you are a business owner, then this is actually a good sector, because it helps you accumulate assets, long-term assets. So as a business owner, I'm not that afraid of the West sector. You can work from there. Of course, you may get the occasional migraine or headache, or maybe a sore throat or something, but it's not that bad, provided you're generally otherwise quite healthy. But yeah, so for any other people, maybe not spending that much time there would be a good idea. And then lastly, we've got the North sector this month. So this is the number 5. We call it the calamity star, or the 5 yellow. It's the one energy that everybody is afraid of, because it can bring unfortunate outcomes to whatever it is that you're doing, but only if you actually trigger it. Yeah, if you just keep this area quiet, then absolutely nothing is going to happen. And you're also going to be fine just sleeping there. So what you want to avoid is any hammering, drilling, moving around of furniture, noise that is not usually common to the area. So any sort of aggravation of energy, that's what you want to avoid. You also don't want to have any water in this area, like open water feature, like a fountain or something that could aggravate this energy. But other than that, you're going to be fine. Now, there's maybe an exception if you're pregnant and you're in your first trimester. I would say try to stay out of the North sector. Maybe not sleep there if you can avoid it, because you may experience some complications or discomfort. Yeah, but just don't aggravate the energies, and don't perform any really important activities in the North. Yeah, not signing any big contracts, making any big financial decisions, these kind of things. Avoid doing that in the North, and then you're going to be fine. Even if the main door is in your North sector, as long as you're not doing any extra sort of drilling or hammering or renovation work in that area, you're going to be fine. Yeah, don't worry too much. All right, so these are the flying stars for the month of the Metal Dragon, the Gengchen month, April 4th to May 4th. Make sure you make use of all the positive sectors. There's some really, really good energies there that can help you support in your monthly goal setting, for example. Like if you're working towards a bigger annual goal, use these sectors to propel you forward. All right. Hopefully this helps. Let me know how it goes in the comment section below. And if you would like to have a comprehensive proper feng shui audit for your home or your office, of course, you can contact me. My email address is in the description to the video. And in the meantime, as always, please hit that like button, subscribe to my channel, and share this video with people who may be interested in the subject matter. All right. See you guys soon. Take care.